He's got a job to come out, but he needs to learn how to do these places. So that's where you kind of go, I can do this here. It is sounds kind of silly, but in your mind, every single time you get to this end, you're going to think about why each of those is losing. And then again at that end.
See, so that's what we need to get them into.
You have that in your mind.
This one's so
you won't get so stuck up in cognitive.
Knocked you too. There's lots.
Yeah.
Are you videotaping? Yes, I am. Oh. I'm gonna go.
So when he does that, he opens us just a little bit itchy, but again, that finger squeeze, leg, and then soften. So as soon as you squeeze and correct him, that soften then tells him it's his reward for doing it right. There, that's sitting. I like this position better. How does it feel? So already you were kind of relaxing, right? Like you're, yeah. Whereas before, the very first, you came in a little on your toes, a little forward. Yep. I'm not sure. That's where you come. So switch the direction somewhere. And make it big and planned. So he keeps walking, and even if it's super tight, you are sitting up nice and tall. So that's what I mean by big. You can make the smallest kind of change on a teardrop. You have to ride it like it's all the way across the diagonal. Does that make sense? So you never get kind of tight or punched or curled. And again, think about relax your knees. Like nice and long. Good. Keep an eye to where you want to go. With a reassuring leg. But that's where you reassuring him helps. He needs to know and trust that you feel this is good and safe. Right? So alone in a ring, 19 horses in a baseball diamond, he knows you're with him, so you are going to support him. So that's why it's so important that the leg has to stay on. Not a driving leg, not a kicking leg, not a punching leg, but that he knows your leg is going to keep his bum going forward. Otherwise, he's kind of left on his own, and that's when they get panicky, and that's when they start to run. Yeah. And even a tiny little bit more, lengthen the ring just a little bit, same pressure on his mouth. Because we want him to be able to stretch down. Good. Give the leg. Now you're no more. So he doesn't get to pull it from you, but now you don't have to feel like you're kind of shortening his neck. We want him to lengthen and stretch. And he's being a very good boy, right? Yeah. So test your brakes away from the people. You're going to ask him to halt, but you're going to somewhere on this wall. Really going to think about planning it out, sitting nice and tall, squeezing your stomach muscles, and your upper thigh, and gently asking him to halt. Good. And then think about your walk on. You want to think about pushing his hind end first. Relax your knees. Okay, so one of the things, did you feel how far back your inside leg went at least? Okay, so once we move back onto the rib cage, we're actually off the gas. So you want to think about, you have a beautiful nice long leg. So nice and long, ready to serve. And if your mom might yell, you're like, that's too loud. You want to turn it up till it's just right, and that's how they have to respond. Now, if a couple times go by and he's not listening, then we can kind of give that, excuse me. But for now, he's being a really good boy. So when you're ready, think about going forward to trot, stretching nice and tall forward. Outside ring, outside leg. So remember, if you pull inside without those outside aids, you're going to send him to the wall, which is kind of what happened, right? So think, most importantly, outside aids, inside step to secondary. You think about this, turning up the other side. Good. Eyes up. Now, shoulders open. Ignore him. So when he does that, I want finger squeeze, Like a tack sponge, bend in your elbows, and think carry your hands above the swivel. Remember, you've got hinges in those elbows, and I can see your outside range is looping a little bit. So think take a little more outside, and a little softer inside. Good. And think to yourself the whole time, ignore him. We don't care what he's doing. Eyes up. We don't care. We don't care. Keep posting. Hands up. Yourself to those people, and you're going to have to use your outside aids to make sure he doesn't do that. So I'm putting these.
Well, I need to lie. Sit. No.
You need to have a place to go to.
Okay.
Now, think about your trot, and all I want you to do is think about the trot that you want. Turn up the radio till it happens, but ignore him after that. I am not worried about his head, so you don't need to be worried about his head.
So you want to know the inside of the pylon?
Yeah, inside of the pylons, just to give yourself a goal so he can't bury himself into the people or the standards. Outside eight, good. Eyes, good. Now, picture yourself nice and straight, eyes up. If he goes to root down, finger squeeze, but the rest is just, pushing him forward. Pushing him into the trot. Good. Outside eight, ignore your inside. There. So you're going to push him. Remember all that turning that we did? And you did it. So think to yourself, push. And now we can start inside leg. So he wants to look a little, and then hold him there, shoulders. Make sure that your response is to keep posting and keep definite in I would like to trot. Eyes up, don't get caught up in the front, keep it a little longer. Now, open your inside hand towards your knee slightly. Inside leg. And look up, yes. So as soon as the head stops, your response is to tap that squeeze on the sponge, soften and push him forward. He needs to learn your reaction is only going to be forward, right? I don't care about anything else, I'd like him to go forward. Okay. Shoulders, post, yep. So he's going to start to give you signs that he's going to do that, and you're going to start to connect it a little bit earlier and catch it before you can, right? Always on this side. So now, sit tall, and I want you to ask him to walk. Shoulders, okay? So think of and make him walk. Bigger one, bigger one. Yeah. And that, but also too, that softening of the hand a little bit because he needs to know that you're not gonna kick, like do that kick stops, like, because then they just go, I don't know what you want. Find a place of distraction. So he definitely needs to work on, again, legs longer. I'd make your droppers start.
Yeah.
2 holds.
I maybe like you mean drop and hold.
No, like 2 holds, yeah.
I have already had her drop them 2 holds. That's how short that
So you're going to think, as you come to the corner, remember you can open a hand to get his attention, or you can go up. You can never go this way or go back, or down. So open, squeeze, ask him to move slightly to the outside edge, and then soften. Just so you ask him to do something as he goes through. So when you're ready, a planned trot, shoulders tall, eyes up. Don't look for your pose. If it's wrong, I'll tell you. Okay? But we get so caught up in looking at our pose that we ruin the transition. Who cares? I'm not judging you, no one's judging you. Even in a dressage test, if I pick up the wrong, I wait till I'm in a good place to fix it. The judge. Soften the inside, eyes to where you want to go, and think to yourself forward and trot. Yep, you got it. A little bit if you need it. Good, now eyes up. Sit twice. Awesome. So I don't care that you didn't get it. How much nicer is that because you didn't look down? Right? Your coach will tell you or you'll figure it out somewhere down once you get him going, but let him know that you're going to have a nice transition before you look. Good. Now keep thinking that inside hand up. Try to keep the whip across your thigh until you really need it. Now, little squeeze. Good. Getting something to do. You didn't even look, right?
eyes will
So big hands together. Remember, bending your elbows. Yes, now squeeze. Eyes, left. Outside leg, outside leg, outside leg. Inside leg. And keep thinking. Just hold the outside. Yes, yes, now. There. Now push. Okay? So that was him for 2 strides wanting to stretch forward. That's what we want. Stretch forward so that then he can use his bump. Not that he's rooting you forward and going onto his forehand. Hold the outside contract. So really, yeah. Inside leg, inside squeeze. Inside leg, outside eight there. Don't let him dive to people. So you feel that little bit of a drift, right? Yeah. So start your turn a little bit earlier. Next time bring him just shadow me in the pool. Danny Foster, good clinic, but he doesn't let you ride in a straight line on the wall for more than 3 strides. Now, big. So next time, you're going to turn just in front of me. Because see there, he's like, I'm using the wall. So let's start to take him off the walls now. Shoulders. Push it to make it happen. Good. Inside leg. Oh, look at that. Exactly where you want it to go. He still doesn't want to bend through his inside, but that's okay. That's just time. But he didn't drag himself to the wall, did he? Good. Leg, eyes. So when he does that, your reaction has to be pushed forward. Push forward. Keep posting. A definite post.
It's like you can put your balls there.
Yeah, he does. But his nose, yep. So we also don't want him faking it the other way. Look how pretty I am. I can put my nose on my chest and I don't have to work. Good. Eyes. But aside from, yes, no, correct. Eyes. Good. And now think. A nice transition to walk. And we're going to drop your stirrups just one more. Shoulders big. If he trots, that's okay. Yeah, bigger. Let him push. He's not so sure what to do with himself now. Not that you should do this all the time, but every so often, because he needs to learn that he has to take responsibility too, right? He has to learn that he can hold himself up. And the reason I'm showing you this is he can stumble and trip. You can always go to the buckle and stay seated. You can steer all the way back here, if you're up here, and then you can slowly pick the reins up and keep him moving forward because you left your body up here. If you are so short and connected and let him drag you forward, then he's on his forehand tripping, you're on his forehand, and nobody can get back to you. He needs to learn a little bit of responsibility. So now slowly start to pick him up. Make it planned. And remember, just because I say something doesn't mean it has to happen at that second. Prepare yourself, plan it. I'll talk you through it, but make him very aware that you have the idea. Now push him. Inside leg. Eyes where you want to go. And then, if you back it, then a little bit of what? Eyes, don't sit twice. Good. Remember, those of us on the ground will help you with that till you get a feel of it. Don't look for it. I want you to give up looking. And you never need to look at him. You know that he's brown and he's cute, right? Ah, there. Did you feel what you did with your eyes when he did that? You kept looking forward. And there was no change in your body, and he quickly recovered himself. Now, eyes, leg. Yes. See the difference? You're not getting caught up in his drama, so he's like, oh, there is no drama. Good, eyes. Push his nose. Think now, push his nose forward. Good, there. Push his nose forward. Yeah, it's my job. I'm going to post. I'm going to send you forward. What you do is your problem. So now, little tap squeezes so that he doesn't go. We want him to stretch, but we don't want him just to dive. Yeah. There. Hold him. Leg, inside leg. Yeah. So you're really connecting him through your outside aids, your inside aids just help. Now when he does that, remember you've got to bend in your elbow. And ultimately, you can let the reins go all the way. You don't have to change your body because of him. Yeah. Now outside aids, I would not ask him until, yeah, good, shoulders. There. Now, I want you to think about doing as little as possible for your body. Sit tall, shoulder blades, hands up. Now look to your corner. Outside aids, outside aids, outside aids, outside aids, leg, leg, yeah! Now think about a nice transition to trot. Just think about the trot that you want. That camera's lovely. How'd it feel? Yeah. I shake your head, I won't do it with you. But I bring them because they always think that if they're on the horse's neck, that's the safe point.
Yeah.
So I put them on a pony, and I put a big pile of like hay. And it's okay, lean on their neck. And then I let the pony kind of go to the hay, and they drop and they go forward. And then we do it again. The second time they're sitting tall, the pony drops and nothing happens to them.
Yeah.
Think of that when you're cantering. He can do whatever as long as you're sitting tall and placing his bum. You're totally going to be in a position to handle anything. I love that visual. It's so cute with little kids because then they go, oh, and then they stop cantering on the horse's neck. Stop for a second. Almost, do you see where your leg went to get that?
Yeah, we're not.
All the way back here. There's going to be more reaction. The rib cage is dead. I could push on it and they're not going to go anywhere. Okay, so let's do it again. Think leg nice and long. Eyes, good, that's okay. And you got your post. Now ignore him. Except to say to yourself, oh, I would like to trot. That was probably one of your best upward transitions. Ignore him. Yeah. Ignore him. Keep posting. Keep posting, little outside contact. So remember, posting and keep telling him exactly what you want. And you know he's going to do it through here, so a little half halt. Yeah. And then a little half halt again. So let's do that trot all the way around once, and then you can canter. I want you to keep it exactly the same way. You have to be the thinker. I can tell you where he's going to do it. He's going to start thinking about it now. So a little half halt to the outside aids. Shoulders open. Yep, keep posting. Yes. Okay? So you have to think on his behalf. Make sense? Good, go. Trust it. Yeah. Now hands up. No shorter reins than that. Eyes up and think. Soften your knees. And then almost like you're riding uphill. Yeah, good boy. We want that, right? Nice catch. So riding through that end one more time, and I want you to really think about him cantering. Through that whole end, don't go as deep. Start your turn now. Yeah. Now think trot, shoulders. And a nice post. You can rest in a second. Big trot, push him forward. I want bigger. Bigger, yeah, outside in. So bigger, but connected, right?
Yeah.
Good, eyes up. So sitting and walk, yes! How's that? That was the nice, he did it and you went, really? And then he went, oh, was I not supposed to? And then you went, yes, and he went, okay. That's when I said, trust it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened, because he was such a good man, you weren't expecting it.
Yeah.
Then he didn't know what to do with your unexpecting. Then you caught him again and said, no, that's what I want. He's like, okay, good. It happened much faster, obviously. Riding behind, and that's when they get fussy, that's when they hollow out, that's when they just don't care.
Yeah.
So, that's what I'm saying. When he starts doing that,
I try to ride through
ignore
that.
him and don't look at it, because what you were doing in the beginning was getting caught up. Look up. Say the little tiny half halt to say, no, that's not okay. But I would like your bum to push you forward. I'm going to keep posting. And then his response is, okay, it is easier to trot. You're right. That's all. Okay? So, okay, and then walk again and after that again. You held your body beautifully. Yes, there. That's the walk transition I want though, right? Now eyes forward. Fingers closed. He has to respond. Yep, so you have your post and don't look down. He needs to learn you're going to be a lot less active. He uses your active body against you, as they all do. The quieter you get, the more responsive he'll get. Look at that, none of that there, right? Eyes, half halt, squeeze, push his nose forward. Yeah. Think to yourself, I'm just not dealing with that. Squeeze, push, yes, post, bum, push his bum. Makes the trot even bigger. So that's another way to respond to that. And again, it's the riding is Think bigger. Relax your stomach muscles. Yes! And think, I want to push. 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 You know he's going to do it every single time there. So next time, I want you to ride the bigger trot out of this corner. And then we'll canter. Now take a little balance here. Now hands up and together. Eyes to the other side. And now think this big trot. I want a big trot. Big trot. Big. Yes! Big trot. Yes! 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 Feel the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah, good boy. He can't push his. Do that. Now, so when you're ready. Okay, keep it. Keep it. Keep it. Now trot. Yes. Why did I ask you to keep it?
Or you want me to go to the transition?
I wanted you to keep it because the minute you asked for the canter, he responded. Now trot for a sec. That's not a bad canter. Now big trot. Yes. Now big. Again. Through the end. Bigger trot. Bigger trot. Soften inside, hold the outside. Bigger trot. Soften inside, hold the outside. Yeah. Yes. Now balance his outside shoulder just a little. And then soften the inside. Yeah. Yes. Oh, so much better. See? You're sitting and pushing. So we are going to do the canter. Eyes. Yeah. Ignore. Good. Ignore. Now, what did you need a little bit more of there?
Outside.
Absolutely. And so again, establish the trot that you want. Don't open your fingers, close the outside aid. You need to always feel your outside aid. Your inside one could be the one to go. You can eventually ride these circles without an inside rein. Yes. Push them, push them. When he gets fussy like that, close your fingers, a little tack squeeze, and then soften and push him forward. Have a plan. Good. And when he starts to go up and down, he's got tells, right? Kind of like a poker player. He tells you exactly when he's going to do that. So you need to think and get a little more, yeah, and you're carrying a whip, so use it there. Not to get busy with your body, keep posting. Squeeze and soften, push his bum on. Watch your outside aid. There. And then you catch him a little bit faster every time. Till this corner, think canter. Trust it. Inside leg. Okay? So I can almost tell that was going to happen. Now fix it. Yeah! Shoulders, hands, shoulders, outside aid. Don't even get close to the people next time. Think about making a circle closer to me. And think leg, soften, squeeze, soften. Now start to look through your end now. Outside aid, yes. Outside aid, yes. Push. Okay. Oh, yeah, push them forward. There, hold them. So I'm looking at your. Now let's see if we can get one more canter transition this way. This is more about his bend than anything. Shoulders, yes, shoulders. Okay. Let him walk for a sec. Give yourself a break. You were on the right bend. You had him right. You got the transition, and then you started to pump, and then he just couldn't keep his bum going. Which is why I'm like, let's not worry about it.
Yeah.
You sat nice and tall. You got the nice correct bend. Okay? So this way, he needs bending both ways. But you have to trust it a little more without having to work for it.
Yeah.
The quieter, Casey will tell you she hears the same thing.
I already said that to Lily.
So it's the same thing now, we're just working on a little bit of pull, with the same thing. Eyes, control. If he's not answering, then a bit of whip. He's forward and push forward.
So I can look at shot at the blue things on the wall.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible videotaper. I keep looking up watching her.
Hands together. Now eyes up. Like, soften, soften. There, that's okay. I'm okay if you want to kind of look down a little bit as long as you don't change anything. So after this next one, you're going to ask you to canter. And you're going to extend that same foot. He's got moments when he really wants to stretch, huh? Ready? Elbows, elbows, eyes. That's okay, that's better. Nothing bigger cross. Be quiet, stretch tall. Don't work. That's over. Good, good, good. Yes. Don't work. Quiet, quiet. Leg. Go with your eyes. Keep it going. Keep looking past to those flowers on the wall. Leg. So when he gets a bit tired, you have to be the one that twists this one's bum and says push. Push. Hands up. Soften. Yeah! Leg. Now go to the one a little bit deeper and go to the one in the middle. Don't in there. Just pull. Eyes. Hands up. Eyes. Go to you. That's okay. There. Wait your hand and then go to the single pull. On the pull on the ground. Got that? Pick up your hand and then hand to the middle. Good. There we go. How was that? Eyes. Quiet. Yeah, quiet. Good. And here's that. You have to look up to there, not forward. Middle one. Yep. Now, leg, leg, leg. Good. And again, go up and in, up and in. So that was a little bit of him not knowing which way to go on landing, right?
No.
Fundamental walk. Let's switch direction. Let's single pull. We're gonna get that nice canter where you think canter, not canter.
Okay.
Because when you think canter, he can actually go canter. When you think canter, he goes. Ah. I like to act out.
I wish I videotaped it.
Good that you don't. It's not going to be on YouTube. There, that's a nice try. How's that feel?
Good.
Now be ready. Balance them up. Keep posting. Think to yourself, work less. Work, yes, work less. Eyes. Okay, so you have to get that correction. Sit twice. Yeah, out of this corner. Think to yourself, a little half out, little time, and then ride to the wall. Yeah. Ride to the wall. Eyes, ride to the wall, eyes, eyes. Yes, better. One more time, and then pick up a canter out of it. So he's got to figure out his own body over the pulls. It's going to be in how fast you respond to that, right? Eyes, good. Now think bigger trot, little inside bend, little inside open, and ask him for his hand. Near your canter, yes. No, pump. There you go. You need to trust it. Single pull on the ground. Leg, there, and again. Hands up, fingers up. Yeah, hands up, fingers up. Every stride. So part of that is because you're gripping with your knee. Do you feel it?
Yeah.
So if this goes well, wait, wait, soften. Good. Now to the one in the middle. Exactly the same. Finger toes, no shorter than that, no longer than that. Eyes, hands up, relax your knee. Eyes, wait, wait, wait. Oh my goodness, how was that? Now think trot. And pushing forward. Shoulders, shoulders, shoulders. Big trot. All you're going to do is go big and trot. Balance, balance. I want one full nice trot, and then you can walk and be done. Good. Sit
You
tight.
can't say the W word.
Good. Now think big. Hands up. Shoulders tall. Yes. Now outside connection. Soften inside, outside. Soften inside. So one of the things is you pick up too much inside range. You feel how he's starting to hollow out?
Yeah.
That's that. I'm going to run against you. Balance, post, half halt, outside. Balance, post, half halt, outside. It's got to be kind of your thing in your head. Every single stride. There we go. Now keep that. Yes. 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 Now think walk. sit tall, slow your post, push. Yeah. Give him a big pat. She gets on her inside hand, and then he does this, and then that's when that comes. Okay? So you have to switch. You are riding him to the right exactly the same way you ride to the left, which is a normal, natural thing. We all have a really good direction, and then we recreate it the same way, but you can see the problem, right? If you have a nice, strong outside rein when you go to the left, and then you come to the right and you still have that nice, strong right rein, now you've got a nice, strong inside rein, which isn't working for him. That's when he hollows out. That's when this starts happening. So you need to switch and think that outside A takes the contact, the inside one can soften and give, so that then you can bounce and he can kind of come back to himself and trot. That was good.